Do you consider yourself a good person? One of those who lend a hand, who truly care, who try to make a difference in the world? If the answer is yes, pay close attention, because this message could change your life. There is a pattern, an almost invisible cycle, that repeats in the lives of people like you, the chosen. People with an inner light, a different energy, that seems to attract, like a magnet, not only the good, but also the chaos. Have you ever stopped to think why, no matter how hard you try, it seems you always end up surrounded by problematic people? That friendship that only reaches out when they need something. That relative who drains your energy. That relationship that brings you down more than it lifts you up. The chosen radiate an energy that is like a beacon in the darkness. It's something people feel, even if they can't explain it. And this light, as amazing as it is, has a side effect. It attracts all kinds of people. Imagine a campfire in the middle of the night. It warms, illuminates, brings comfort. But it also attracts insects, wild animals, and even people with questionable intentions. Your inner light works the same way. You, with your huge heart, your desire to help, your empathy, you become a target for people who are lost, hurt, and often intentionally toxic. People who take advantage of your kindness, who drain your energy, who twist your words, who make you doubt yourself. And the worst part, many times you allow this to happen. Why? Because you want to believe the best in people. Because you have hope that they will change. Because you feel responsible for saving them. But what if I told you that there is a way to continue being that amazing person without allowing yourself to be used, manipulated, and worn down? What if I told you that you can indeed attract good people, healthy relationships, and a lighter life? In this video, we will unravel the mystery behind this magnet that attracts so many unpredictable people into the lives of the chosen. We will understand why this happens, how to identify the warning signs, and most importantly, how to shield your energy so that you can shine without burning out. If you are tired of feeling drained, used, and undervalued, this video is for you. If you want to learn how to protect yourself and build relationships that strengthen you instead of weakening you, you are in the right place. And if you want to be part of a community of chosen ones who are learning to use their light consciously and powerfully, click follow now. Here, you will find the support, understanding, and tools you need to transform your life. Because believe me, you are not alone on this journey. And together, we will learn to shine even brighter. Have you ever felt that you have something different? An energy that pulses, that people notice even without you saying anything? This is the mark of the chosen. It's like having an inner glow, a light that doesn't go out, even in the toughest moments. It's a presence that comforts and inspires. This light is powerful. It is like a beacon that guides those who seek good, those who need support, those who want to grow. But like any beacon, it also attracts the unexpected. The light does not choose who it will illuminate. It simply shines. And this has an important side effect. Think of a dark night. A single light bulb stands out, right? It catches the attention of those who need light to see the way. But it also attracts moths, mosquitoes, and other insects. The light by itself makes no distinction. It simply is. Your energy works the same way. It is pure, intense, contagious. And this attracts people who seek this light to feed off of, to guide them, or even to try to extinguish it. It's as if your light reveals the darkness that exists around. And not always is this darkness friendly. They see in you a refuge, someone who will listen to them without judgment, someone who will offer help, someone who will lend a hand. And unfortunately, many times, they take advantage of this. They drain your energy, abuse your goodwill, and leave you exhausted. The problem is not that you attract these people. Your light is beautiful and necessary. The central question is, why do you allow them to remain in your life? Why do you keep offering your light to those who only want to use you? This is the question we need to answer. You, with your generous heart, often feel obligated to help, to welcome, to save these people. But it is important to understand that not everyone wants to be saved. Not everyone is willing to change. And many times, your insistence only worsens the situation. It's like trying to hold sand with your hands. The tighter you grip, the more it slips through your fingers. You wear yourself out, get hurt, and achieve no results. You need to learn to let go, to release, to protect your light so that it can shine for those who truly deserve it. Your energy is precious. It is a gift that you offer to the world. But like any gift, it needs to be valued. Do not waste your light on those who do not know how to appreciate it. Being good is an admirable quality. The chosen, in general, have huge hearts and a genuine desire to do good. But there is a fine line between being good and being exploited. It is crucial to know where to draw that line to protect yourself. Do you identify with that person who is always ready to help? Who offers before they are even asked? Who puts the needs of others above their own? If so, you have probably felt the weight of that limitless kindness. It's exhausting, isn't it? The difficulty in saying no is a classic sign. Even when you are overwhelmed, tired, or simply don't want to do something, you feel guilty for denying help. You care more about what others will think than about your own well-being. And in your relationships, how does it work? Do you feel that you give much more than you receive? That you are always available to listen, support, advise, but rarely find the same support when you need it? This imbalance is fertile ground for toxic people. People with negative intentions sniff out your availability. They notice your difficulty in saying no, your need to please, your desire to be accepted. And unfortunately, they use this against you. They take advantage of your generosity for their own benefit. It's as if they have a radar for nice people. They know exactly how to manipulate, how to ask for favors, how to make you feel guilty if you deny them. They drain your energy, leave you exhausted, and often don't even say thank you. The question is, why do you allow this? Why do you keep giving to those who do not value you? The answer often lies in your need for approval. You want to be seen as a good person, as someone who helps, who cares. But being good does not mean being a doormat for anyone. Being good does not mean negating your own needs to satisfy others. Saying no is an act of self-respect. It is a sign that you value yourself, that you know your worth. Setting boundaries does not make you a selfish person. On the contrary, it makes you a stronger, more balanced person, more capable of truly helping. Because when you protect yourself, you have more energy to offer to those who truly deserve it. Learning to say no is a daily exercise. It is a lesson that requires practice, patience, and above all, self-love. But it is a lesson worth learning. Because when you learn to set boundaries, you make room for healthier and more balanced relationships. Kindness is one of the marks of the chosen. It is the ability to treat others with respect, politeness, and affection, even in difficult situations. But like everything in life, kindness also needs boundaries. And above all, it needs to be directed toward the right people. Have you ever found yourself being kind to someone who treated you poorly? Who disrespected you, who lied to you, who hurt you? How many times have you let it go, overlooked, or given another chance to someone who clearly didn't deserve it? It is natural for the chosen to have this tendency. You have a good heart. a genuine hope that people can change, that good always triumphs. You believe in the power of forgiveness, understanding, and second chances. But the truth is that not everyone shares these values. Not everyone is willing to change. Not everyone wants good. There are people who feed on discord, manipulation, and malice. And when you insist on being kind to them, the result can be painful. They do not interpret your kindness as a gesture of goodwill. They see it as a sign of weakness, as an opportunity to take advantage. They perceive that you are easy, that you forgive quickly, that you hold no grudges. And they use this against you. It's like offering a feast to someone who only wants to poison you. You offer your best, your kindness, your understanding, and in return, you receive ingratitude, disrespect, and more suffering. You wear yourself out, become frustrated, and ask yourself, why do I keep attracting this kind of people? The answer is simple. You are offering your kindness to those who do not know how to value it. You are insisting on planting seeds in barren ground. You are expecting to reap love where there is only hate. And this comes at a high price. The price of poorly directed kindness is your peace, your energy, your self-esteem. It is the feeling of being used, of being made a fool, of not being valued. It is emotional exhaustion, frustration, sadness. The lesson here is not to stop being kind. Kindness is a powerful virtue. The lesson is to learn to direct your kindness. It is knowing how to choose who deserves to receive it. It is understanding that not everyone is worthy of your goodness. Forgiving is important, yes. But forgiving does not mean forgetting. It does not mean giving infinite chances to those who do not change. It does not mean exposing yourself to more suffering. Forgiving is freeing yourself from the weight of resentment, but it is also learning from the experience. If someone has shown you repeatedly that they do not value you, that they do not respect you, that they do not care about your feelings, distance yourself. It is not selfishness. It is self-preservation. It is protecting your energy, your mental health, your peace. Your kindness is a treasure. Do not waste it on those who do not know how to appreciate it. Offer it to those who treat you well, who value you, who help you grow. Save it for those who deserve it. And above all, be kind to yourself. You deserve it. The chosen have a special gift, the ability to listen. Not just to hear the words, but to really listen. To listen with the heart, with empathy, with genuine attention. You connect with people, understand their pain, offer advice, and welcome them without judgment. It is a beautiful quality that makes you a friend, a confidant, a safe haven for many. But amid so many voices you hear, there is a crucial question that needs to be asked. Who listens to you? Who truly cares about what you are feeling, what you are going through, your dreams, fears, and challenges? It is common for the chosen to find themselves surrounded by people who seek them out to vent. Friends, family, colleagues. Everyone seems to have problems to share. And you, with your welcoming nature, are always there to listen. You listen patiently, offer advice, try to help. You feel useful, important, connected. But over time, this dynamic can become a burden. A heavy, silent, and often invisible burden. People who carry a lot of negativity tend to gravitate toward those who are willing to listen. They see in you a relief for their pain, a safe space to unload their frustrations, complaints, and grievances. And you, with your generous heart, open the doors. The problem is that this one-way street rarely turns into a two-way exchange. You listen, listen, listen. But when it's your turn to speak, to vent, to ask for support, you often find silence. Or worse, you find indifference, disinterest, or even criticism. The person who spent hours talking about their problems suddenly has no time, or they change the subject, or they minimize what you are feeling, or they simply disappear, and you feel alone, misunderstood, undervalued. If this sounds familiar, pay close attention. This dynamic is a clear sign that your energy is being drained. You are giving yourself to people who are not willing to reciprocate. You are becoming a repository for others' problems, without receiving the support and attention you deserve. It is essential to learn to differentiate who genuinely wants your help from those who only want a shoulder to cry on, and then leave. Do not feel guilty for setting boundaries. Do not feel bad for saying no to a request to vent when you yourself are not well. Do not feel obligated to listen to those who do not listen to you. Prioritize your mental health. If you feel overwhelmed, seek professional help. Talk to trusted friends. Engage in activities that bring you joy. Disconnect from those who harm you. Remember, you are important. Your voice matters. Your feelings matter. Do not let anyone convince you otherwise. Learn to listen to yourself, to respect yourself, to value yourself, and above all, learn to choose who deserves to hear your story. Because your story is precious, and you deserve to be heard. The chosen are dreamers. You have a vision, a purpose, a desire to make a difference in the world. Your dreams are big, bold, full of light, and with your open heart, you feel the need to share these dreams with the people around you. It is natural to want to share your joys, your plans, your expectations. You seek support, encouragement, validation. You want the people you love to be part of your journey, to celebrate your achievements, to help you overcome obstacles. But here lies a danger. Not everyone is prepared to handle the greatness of your dreams. Not everyone wants to see you shine. Not everyone truly cheers for you. And sharing your plans with the wrong people can be a fatal mistake. Negative, envious, or simply insecure people cannot stand the idea of seeing you grow. They feel threatened by your light, your courage, your determination. And often, they will do everything to discourage you. They may pretend to support you, to encourage you, to believe in you. But behind the pretty words, there is a counter-support. There is a secret desire for you to fail, for you to give up, for you to return to being just like them. How many times have you shared a dream with someone and received a bucket of cold water in return? How many times have you heard phrases like, "That's too difficult," "You won't succeed," "That's not for you," "Give up"? These words, spoken by the wrong people, can have a devastating effect. They undermine your confidence, make you doubt yourself, demotivate you. And often, they lead you to abandon your dreams, to give up on your projects, to settle for less than you deserve. The solution is not to stop dreaming. The solution is to learn to protect your dreams. It is to understand that not everyone needs to know your plans. It is to be selective about who you share your ideas, your projects, your achievements with. If someone has shown you in various ways that they do not care about you, that they do not value you, that they are not willing to invest in the relationship, accept that. Do not insist. Do not humiliate yourself. Do not wear yourself out. Free yourself from this fruitless search. Make space for true love to enter your life. Love yourself first. Value yourself. Respect yourself. And remember, you are worthy of a love that overflows you, that makes you happy, that helps you grow. Do not accept less than that. We now come to a crucial point, a truth that may be painful, but is liberating. You are not a magnet that passively attracts toxic people. You have an active role in this dynamic. You allow these people to remain in your life. This is the hardest part to accept. It is easier to see yourself as a victim, as someone who attracts bad luck, who isn't lucky in relationships. But the truth is, that you have more power than you realize. You have the power of choice. If negative people continue to cross your path, if they keep hurting you, draining you, disrespecting you, it is because, in some way, you have not put an end to it. You have not closed the door. You have not said enough. Analyze your attitudes, your choices, your decisions. Be honest with yourself. How many times have you forgiven someone who showed no remorse? How many times have you given one more chance to someone who has already proven they did not deserve it? How many times have you insisted on friendships or relationships that were already worn out, that no longer did you good, that had already ended? How many times have you ignored the warning signs, the alerts from your heart, the intuitions that told you to step away? How many times have you felt uncomfortable in a situation, but did not have the courage to say no, to leave, to protect yourself? How many times have you remained silent in the face of an offense, an injustice, manipulation? The great lesson here is, you have the power to change this dynamic. You have the power to choose who enters and who leaves your life. You have the power to say yes to what does you good and no to what does you harm. Do not feel guilty for distancing yourself from those who hurt you. Do not feel obligated to maintain relationships that drain you, diminish you, disrespect you. Do not feel responsible for saving those who do not want to be saved. It is common for the chosen to find themselves surrounded by people who seek them out to vent. Friends, family, colleagues. Everyone seems to have problems to share. And you, with your welcoming nature, are always there to listen. You listen patiently, offer advice, try to help. You feel useful, important, connected. But over time, this dynamic can become a burden, a heavy, silent, and often invisible burden. People who carry a lot of negativity tend to gravitate toward those who are willing to listen. They see in you a relief for their pain, a safe space to unload their frustrations, complaints, and grievances. And you, with your generous heart, open the doors. The problem is that this one-way street rarely turns into a two-way exchange. You listen, listen, listen. But when it's your turn to speak, to vent, to ask for support, you often find silence. Or worse, you find indifference, disinterest, or even criticism. The person who spent hours talking about their problems suddenly has no time. Or they change the subject. Or they minimize what you are feeling. Or they simply disappear, and you feel alone, misunderstood, undervalued. If this sounds familiar, pay close attention. This dynamic is a clear sign that your energy is being drained. You are giving yourself to people who are not willing to reciprocate. You are becoming a repository for others' problems, without receiving the support and attention you deserve. It is essential to learn to differentiate who genuinely wants your help from those who only want a shoulder to cry on, and then leave. You do not need to be nice all the time. You do not need to please everyone. You do not need to sacrifice yourself for others. You have the right to protect yourself, to preserve yourself, to put yourself first. Learn from your mistakes. Forgive yourself for the times you allowed negative people to remain in your life. But above all, use this experience as a lesson, as a push to change, to grow, to strengthen yourself. You have the power to build the life you want. You have the power to choose the people who will be part of this journey. Choose wisely, choose with love, choose with respect for yourself. And remember, you deserve to be happy. And happiness begins with the choices you make. Close the door to negative energies. The chosen carry a good heart, but that doesn't mean they need to carry unnecessary burdens. If you feel that your energy is being drained, it's time to make a decision. Set boundaries. Do not be afraid to say no. Distance yourself from those who have already proven they do not deserve your trust. Protect your light, because it is rare. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment saying, "I choose to protect myself." And remember, you were not chosen to carry the burdens of others. You were chosen to shine. But for that, you need to protect your own light.